As the rainy season begins, posing a flood risk in the coming months, President John Mahama visited some flood-prone areas in Accra, where storm drain projects are ongoing to evaluate the progress of work. Almost 2 years after the previous MPP administration commissioned the $200 million garage project, residents in Alogboshi, Abofu, Keseman and other adjoining communities here in the Okaikwe North constituency continue to reel under the devastation of floods. The project, which was supposed to have been completed this year, is unfortunately less than 50% complete, and residents here say if urgent action is not taken, they will continue to lose their livelihoods and lives. President Mahama, alongside Greater Accra Regional Minister Ocloo and a team of experts from the Ghana Hydrological Authority, the Anti-Flood Task Force and the National Disaster Management Organization NADMO, visited the Malam Junction Water Retention Basin, where Cytec Motors had illegally reclaimed the land, choking the basin and worsening Accra's flood risk.
The problem is this, I don't know who is doing this, but the person is narrowing the drain for you. I don't know if it's the one dredging it, but it's closing the drain and where the water collects when it rains.
However, Deputy Chief of Staff and Anti-Flood Task Force Chairman Stanley Dogbe fiercely shut down a representative who dared to defend the illegality.
You said these are titled lands?
Yes, please.
This is not a wetland?
No, these are titled lands owned by Kitec Delta Limited.
But who gave them title on a wetland?
You work with Kitec.
No. So the title land they have from...
You work with Kitec?
No, I'm with Bawe.
So you are the ones who sold the land to them?
Much of these lands fall within
the
Bawe. The Kitec, yes.
Yes, so we are talking about a Ramsey site that you have sold to a private company to silt. And they are now filling the land and causing problems. Okay. And you are here defending it and say it is a titled land.
Not defense.
The Ramsey site is for Bawe chiefs. So you are selling the Ramsey site to a private company, and you are here to defend the fact that the company is filling the place up and causing problems.
That's a very good question.
And you want us to continue listening to you?
No, please.
Please, we are not ready to.
Consequently, President Mahama directed the Greater Accra Regional Minister to take a tough stand against anyone whose properties pose a flood risk in the capital.
That's why we're asking the regional minister and the district chief executives to take a very tough stand on people whose properties are blocking waterways, because they're creating distraction for other people's properties and even loss of lives. Sometimes when it floods heavily, we lose human lives. And so it's not because we don't have a sympathy for people like that, but we must enforce the bylaws. And the point is, the assembly here, how did you sit and allow this to happen?
Meanwhile, President Mahama later visited the Odo drain at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, where authorities were dredging silt to ease water flow. He ordered contractors to escalate work, stressing the urgent need to strengthen Accra's defenses against flooding.
And so we just have to caution citizens of Accra that there's going to be severe flooding because of the delay in these projects. But we have to do everything to alleviate destruction of property and loss of life as much as possible. But I've charged the Garrid Secretariat and the Hydrology Section and the Ministry to pay constant attention to make sure that all the projects that have been awarded under Garrid to make Accra resilient from flooding are speeded up as quickly as possible so that we can minimize the flooding.
Reporting for GHOne News, Abdul-Hanan Adam.